Will there be love coming towards you in August? Let's discuss this topic today. For the silent ones, pick the most conceptually clear group from the following three. Choose intuitively. Let's look at the first set of cards. It indicates that there may be a person from Xiaomi Denver coming in February, but there is still a certain distance from love, which means only sweet love may have to wait in February. And it's February. Actually, the standard you agree with is fine. That is, your attitude towards feelings, so whether it is an attitude, you will be more strict and judgmental. That is, you will judge whether this person meets your standards, and if not, you will quietly observe without speaking to him so quickly. So, this person, he is likely to appear in your life and work circle, especially in work. Like your partner, you might have some relationships, even if it's colleagues from the project team or colleagues from the union meeting, even if there's no part of you actually now. This person, but in the short term, you might find him not very reliable, or you feel there is no saying like this. Not be focused and feel it might not be possible. And at present, you may feel that your communication with the other party is somewhat concentrated, as if you both are talking about something. He is a bit like blind dating, and then he doesn't leave you alone. And the difference between the two of you is quite big, so it will make you feel like it's a bit of a waste of time compared to getting along with the other person. In December, the overall development between you and the person coming to you will feel like going round and round. It will feel a bit like the state of, it's you after all. Then some of you may find it hard to encounter long-distance love in December. And more likely, you may find love in the same city or online, because in December, some of you may. Because life circles will be relatively narrow. They will be concentrated in a state of 1 or 2 years or 3 years of their current life circles. And some people may be quarantined in February. They will be at home, so they don't have much time to come into contact with the outside world. If you expect something, some love encounters on the road or some outside may require some. But you can consider the people who have already appeared around you for this set of cards. That is, you can first judge whether this person really meets your expectations. If so, you can try to catch him. So that's all for the first time shooting a video, and hope it could help you guys. Now let's look at the choice of the second group ranking. From this ranking point of view, it feels like you've always had roles in your relationship. Like being directly hung or maturely hung, or even playing the role of a caretaker. Would you ask friends from your favorite crowd? Seems like I've been doing a lot of things recently and I want to take good care of them. So it's gathered together. You feel like you're taking on a lot in the process of emotions. Sometimes you don't feel pressured and you don't want to take on so much. But it seems like you'll still put this burden on yourself. Throughout the emotional relationship, there's a kind of overwhelming situation no matter what, even in a state of emotional dispersion. In relationships such as friendships or familial love, you tend to consider for others and rely on them.
Tomorrow, goodbye.
In December, will there be people like your Benedict coming? They may have some brother styles and can chat with you a lot. You two will have some common topics and hobbies. And both of you had a chat in the past. But sometimes you might feel that the other person is just a bit too immature, that it's not a satisfactory state. That often when you're with them, you might still feel that you need to take on some things and consider their feelings. And gambling, you are in a state, although you have always been emotionally burdened a lot. In fact, you also long to be cared for and taken care of by others. So you actually want to find someone who can hold you in the palm of their hand. The person who is about to appear before you can hold your form in their hands. But most of the time, you still need to worry and work hard. So, in this case, people may appear, but you might feel the relationship is not so equal, and then you might not want to develop with him for a long time. So from this perspective, you could wait and see if the emotional value they provide is really worth it. As for the part of you who are immersed in work and career, actually, you will be quite busy in December. Consider what you can give if possible. Sometimes the model might make mistakes in the process of the internet. Need some opportunities. This can be coordinated according to your own time. If it's longer, the choice is given to select the second group to be assigned to you, hoping to help you. Let's take a look at the third set of cards you chose. Looking at this set, it feels like even your roasted flower cards would have a quite bean-like feeling. And around you, there will be quite a few people attracted by you, but they're not necessarily moved by your charm. If you like relationships with those of your age or slightly older, don't rush things. Show yourself, especially with them. There will be some in your life. You will attract those older people's attention, but they may not take the initiative to advance the relationship with you. It's like they're silently watching you, and actually, you can be clear about others' feelings towards you. But it's a bit like a fight. not active, and then you won't be active. So will there be people like Benfu who can be active and able in December? There will be RTX. The younger style is like a little brother's style. If he's with you, it's a bit like the relative of a child. Whether it's looking at things or the topic of two people chatting, they can still match. Maybe with us the topic is playing games or with us. And Good and Silk, good two people in this respect can compare the treatment. But we talked and didn't have time to discuss the relationship you want to confirm with him. Your state with him is more like the kind that will spark, will be thrilling, will be ambiguous, but it may not show up so quickly in reality. It may not degrade the relationship so quickly. On your side to say depends on your December GT pioneering. That is to say, although some peach blossoms are not proactive enough, there are still peach blossoms. Then at the same time in December that state is to say I just want to look at it to say I have no positive energy to put myself in that relationship and feelings. So often, when it comes to defining relationships, in a corner of my soul, you might want to follow me, which leads me to think further. In my opinion, looking at this face, there will be a love that seems like a not lovable person, but it depends on you. Even if you don't choose in December, actually, there will still be time in January next year. Simply put, it's like your situation. The end of the year is quite a haircut. I wish you all the best. The above is for choosing the third group of rankings, and I hope it can help you.